brand new HART Sapphire Series, the competition, and we are here for round 13. 2 games today. The impact on the finals is huge. The quest for semi-final spots started yesterday, continues today. My name's Dave Mills. I'm joined in commentary by my partner in crime, I'm calling her this week, Hannah Davies.
Hello.
How exciting are the games today? First up, we've got Jets taking on the Bull Sharks, and then, of course, later on we've got the 1 versus 2. We won't tell you what it is. Oh, it's Cougars versus QUT. How good's that going to be?
Oh, I'm so excited. We've got the best of the best today. This is potentially, this is pretty much 3 and 4, isn't it? And then later 1 and 2, so pretty good stuff.
Well, you mentioned 3 and 4, so the USQ Jets pretty much got 3rd place sewn up on 154 points. After yesterday's games, Bond Bull Sharks didn't play a game, but they dropped down to 6th place. Tigers win, and they've gone to 95, so Bull Sharks are on 90. So the difference between 6th and 4th is 20 points. There's 18 points up for grabs per game. It's imperative that the Bull Sharks do well today, get the win, and at least 1 or 2 quarters.
Amazing.
Well, actually, you've got to win more than 1, haven't you? Yeah, you can win 1 quarter by big margin, lose the other 3. So the minimum they can get is 12 points, and that would take them to 102. So 8 points behind 4th place. So it's a big task. And next week they've got another tough game. I think they take on the Cougars next week, but it's a tough task. They've got to just play it 1 quarter at a time. Let's look at the lineups. We'll start with, it's a home game for the Bull Sharks, so we'll start with them. There's Sandholder will be starting at shooter. The goal attack will be Tayani Fennell. Wing attack, Alana Schuster, Kristen Oxenford, and Ava Black. They're the mid-3. The defending end, there's been a late change. Emily Gilbert goes to GD. Shanae Grant to the bench. Ashley Irvin is the goalkeeper. That leaves a bench of Riley Burns, Shanae Grant as mentioned, and Mackenzie Jordan. Coached by Linda Peterson. Beck Foreman is the assistant. Deb Cairns the manager. USQ Jets, they've had a couple of losses in the last 2. They have played the top 2 sides, and they are looking to bounce back and respond. And their team will start very familiarly with Charlie Bell at shooter. Lily Cubby gets the GA start this time. It's been shared between her and Beryl Friday all season. Brooke Ham's the wing attack. McKeely Hock is the centre. Caitlin Pollock gets the start at wing defence. The defensive end, Bridie Condren and Abigail Houston. Siobhan Sherler is the captain. She's on the bench, as is co-captain Stephanie O'Brien and Beryl Friday. Coached by Tracy Jeans Fraser, the assistant is Nicole Grant, and Ashley Pollock is the manager. That is, uniquely, that team, 10 players, I've only used 10 players all year. That is amazing in itself, Hannah. Yeah,
look, I'm really excited by this lineup, particularly Lily Cubby getting the starting goal attack. I think Tracy's held her back a little bit from that, usually starting with Beryl Friday, the more experienced shooter. But look, Lily Cubby, since round 1, has just come so far in that goal attack position. And I think that's going to be a pretty key match-up there with Emily Gilbert in goal defence.
Indeed, and the umpires for this one, Claire Johnson and Nicola Stevens, and Jessica Lakeman is the reserve. We're only a minute away, so I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place, the Turrbal and Jagera people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people watching today. Everything's in readiness, well, not quite in readiness. The Bull Sharks are out there. They're keen. Their season on the line. I spoke to the coach before the game. Linda, she said we're taking it quarter by quarter. Just one at a time, centre pass by centre pass. Didn't really expect to say anything else, did I?
No, interesting. Doesn't want to, I guess, overwhelm the girls, but in saying that, probably want to have a, focus of the bigger picture, which is that you need to win. So. Indeed,
I guess the theory being if you take care of each quarter, you win it, you probably win the match. So that's the thinking behind it. Yesterday we had 2 games. I had the better of the 2. I had Tigers taking on Thunder. What a cracker game that was, 59-55. And you had the very improving Mendy Rays took on the Wildcats. Eventually the Wildcats ran out winners there, 63-50. I looked at the scores. Looks like the Rays picked up another quarter, so they're doing quite well for this season, like considering where they come from and the way they coach and all that sort of stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Mendy Rays, they kind of found their starting 7 and really had some big improvements there, but they've had a few positional changes again, so that always kind of makes it tough. But the Wildcats pulled out a pretty strong performance in the end of that game yesterday. There's
our umpires with the ball, and we are in readiness, just waiting for them to cross over. And there it is, we're away. And the first centre pass belongs to Bridie Condren from the Jets. The Jets in green, they are going from right to left in your screen. Blue and yellow for the Bull Sharks, and they're going from left to right. Let's talk predictions.
Definitely the Jets for today. I think they'll be hard to beat. They had a pretty strong game last week too. A little slip up here early, but yeah, I'm going Jets by 10.
Jets by 10? Ooh, that's a big call, but yeah, I think it's just 2 by 27.
Yeah.
So
That lady on screen there, Ashley Irvin, I think that's another key matchup here between her and Charlie Bell. Arguably, I'd say they're the strongest players on each team. So I think that's very integral for today.
of course, Bell a 21 rep and for Australia, and Irvin was in the 19s that didn't tour. So you're right about that. 2 girls that have repped at the junior level, so that should be a great matchup. Great to see Ava Black back in the WD bib. She'll bring some speed to burn. Oh, nice pass in here. And Sandholt scores the first, and the Bull Sharks, well, the first one was always the hardest one, and they get one away early. Coming into this match, Bull Sharks only averaging 41 per game. That'll have to improve. Defensively, they only let in 47, so the defensive record's pretty good. They're actually 5th best in the league. And for the Jets, they're scoring at a rapid 57.7 per game, and they only let in 40, but they are the best defensive unit in the league. So it's interesting to see. And speaking of defence, there's one right there.
There we go.
So must have been listening to us. Like you, the viewers at home, we thank you again for joining us. The more, the merrier. And here we go through the Jets now. It's back with them. Oh, Sandholt again. Irvin there picked that one up. So 2 turnovers to her. And the Bull Sharks with it, trying to build on this lead. They've scored the first. Jets yet to get on the board.
Definitely taking their time with each pass. You can see there's a lot of concentration. No rushing yet.
Obstruction on Pollock. Gets into Tiani. And Fennell drains it. They're 2 straight. And it's a dream start at the moment for the Bull Sharks with the job at hand.
Lily Cubby takes the front space. She'll shoot from here.
She'll shoot from anywhere. That was a great effort. Just ringed out. Is that the correct terminology? Ringed out? Or was it runged out? I don't know. What's the past tense?
I don't know.
Past tense and ring if you're an English expert. Drop us a line as you can on the Facebook page. HART Sapphire Series. For all the news, views and interviews, sapphireseries.com.au, and you can watch all these games back on our YouTube channel. Do you follow the socials?
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course you do.
Of course I do.
You'd be big in that.
I'm either watching or on the socials.
So we've still got the Super Shot line in place, but the decal has been taken off. So, of course, the Firebirds tomorrow night, they're home.
Yes, I'll be there.
When they go to Adelaide.
No complaints from me to get a home game.
You can join us too. Tickets from only $15. You go, oh, Abigail Houston pulled that one out beautifully. Ooh, that came off Gilbert's foot last.
Carby didn't look happy about that, but probably needed to sort it out a bit earlier.
Unfortunately, if she grabbed it, wouldn't have been an issue. So the ball always knows, so we'll just see what happens here. But 3-0 to the Sharks. Jets still yet to get on the board, and we've played 3.5. Make that 4-0. And just to finish, firebirds.com.au for all your tickets. And make sure you come along and see them. It's the Battle of the Bruce.
Oh, Ashley Irvin. How good from her. She just knows how to hold Bell already. You can see that she's just sitting in front, and you'd think that they'd just put it higher and over. We know that Bell can get up almost anywhere.
That's an expensive turnover back the Bull Sharks' way. Didn't need to throw that long ball. Threw over 3 of their own players. And Jets will probably make them pay here. Could have been a 5-0 run with their centre next. And look at the defence here. They're playing a really tight zone, and Kristen Oxford gets it. And quickly down the court through Fennell. Has to go up and over.
Yeah, good patience there from Tiani Fennell. Just waited while Condren kind of did her dance.
In other news, the Jets have just cleared the bench, getting their players to warm up. I think we might be seeing some rolling subs real fast. Yeah, look, Coach not happy with the start, I reckon.
4, potentially 5-0.
Missed an easy one.
Not good.
Here we go. Oh, again, this time Oxenford at centre.
And it's always in matches like this when you're fighting from behind that you just see a whole nother level of fight in often the underdog team.
So Gilbert giving Cubby a hard time. He called that match up early on. And there's Irvin hunting. Will they get it to Bell? They can't find her. They have to go to Cubby. Yeah, Bell is just being absolutely covered right now by Irvin. She's staying off the body enough that there's a threat of the hunt. But she's also just fast enough in her feet that, you know, she could get back. We're 5 in, and they've called a timeout. They've called a timeout, the Jets. Obviously, Coach Tracy Jeans Fraser not happy with what she's seeing. So we'll listen into this one with a bit of interest, and I think she won't be terribly happy.
Okay, we just need to slow it down. Right at the moment, we're not punching through the middle. Ball delivery is a little slow. Okay? So all it is, we've got to make sure that we've got a couple of movements where we've got readers coming off each other. I want 3 options down the floor. Right at the moment, what we're getting is we've got 1. So you're sitting back a little bit hard. Park yourself a little bit in front, so then you can swing. Okay, your prep, you've got no prep happening right at the moment. Defensively, we're doing okay.
The whole way down the floor.
Defensively, it's just coming out of that back line down. We're seeing it and looking for something else to skip.
Someone needs to take that cut because I can't come through the middle if no one's going.
Just make sure that if you've got a player on the side, okay, you don't give it. We break that one and find it and do a double play. A quick double play will work really well.
So a bit of urgency there from Tracy Jeans-Fraser. You can hear from one of the players, they couldn't quite pick who it was, I believe Houston, but she's saying that he's not getting enough support. So I think from the transition, they're not perhaps feeling that there are enough options coming from the whole team.
Indeed, and it has been a bit of a stop-start. There's no flow at the moment for them, and when they come into the attacking end, they seem to just collapse on us, and we've got a break. Oh, that has got to hurt. So they're 4-0 up. They miss an easy shot, and then they break, just inviting the Jets back into it.
Oh, great little dodge there from, I think we've got a Hams on in wing attack. Sorry, she was...
Yeah, she started there. Yeah, she started there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been, I can't see any changes to the Jets. I thought there might have been. The bench did warm up, but no, they're all still sitting there. O'Brien's on the bench. That'll be a big change when she comes out there. Oh, a turnover here. Your girl Irvin got the hand in on it, and Gilbert with it now needs to go short and finds Ava Black. Nice pass here. Great feed into Sandholt, and another one there to the Bull Sharks. They are 5-2. We've played just on 7 minutes.
Yeah, slow start from both teams, really. A tight start.
So Tiani Fennell with the misses, hits the front of the ring. Houston with the rebound.
Didn't look like she was expecting to miss either. She kind of stepped backwards instead of forward for the rebound.
Black a little late on that one. So Hams with it now, free as the bird, but she can't find Charlie Bell either. She threw that one from low down.
Yeah, so Bell, 0 attempts so far. Cubby with 3 attempts. That's really unusual from Bell.
We've played 7 minutes and we haven't seen Charlie Bell take a shot. Coming into this game, I'm sure she's the leading shooter. 375 goals out of 442 at 85%. So she's number 1 in volume and number 4 in percentage. And yes, I see what you mean. It is unusual. Long ball here. Black does well to get it out of there. Finds Gilbert eventually via the centre. Now they've tightened the defence up here a lot. You can see the Jets are right on the body now. This is usually their way out when they're not playing well. They go straight to their defensive patterns. Oxenford gets on the circle. Of course, she's, 4 games back into a comeback. So all these retirees coming back. And
certainly helping the Bull Sharks right now.
Instead of the Bull Shark, Cubby with it, looks down. Oh, Oxenford. Oh, it's loose. Charlie Bell comes off with it eventually. Now they're both driving to the same spot, so need to settle here. Bell gets one.
A great first shot there from Bell. That's exactly what they need.
She's away now. So back to a 6-3 scoreline, 7:22 to play. The good news is for the Jets is the Sharks aren't putting them away with these. They're creating a lot of turnovers, not scoring off all of them. What's the conversion rate there?
So it's 71 to the Bull Sharks, so
not too bad.
A lot higher than the Jets, are on 33. But you're right, they haven't scored 5 out of 7, so there's still a bit of room there for the Jets to claw back.
Again, they hit the front of the ring. They've hit that a few times. Probably the height of Houston and Condren causing that. So Bridie gets them going. Let's Hock gets them going. Oh,
great work there from Bell. I think she started the game in that traditional holding slot, but she started to move around a lot. It's creating a lot more options for the Jets.
So back with the Bull Sharks. They've got it now. They look down. This has been a great start by them. And again, this is nice play. Fennell set that up beautifully. She popped to the top. They didn't use her. They went to the backspace instead. And Sandholt makes no mistake.
And this is the shooting duo we saw last week. I had the Bull Sharks game against the USC Thunder. And Sandholt and Fennell have really been building towards this, especially in their circle movement.
So loose pass there gets... No, it didn't get chased down by Oxenford. So a throw in here to the Jets through Houston. She'll look for Condren, no doubt. No, this time goes to Pollock. Schuster covers her. Loose pass here. Hock grabs it. Oh, again, hands in there. Oh, Nelly, great effort there by Ava Black. So...
And there's Bell, 2 from 2 there, so she's starting to warm up now.
So, Charlie Bell, you can't keep her quiet for long. She's been quiet for, 7 minutes? I think that'll probably do her.
7 minutes too long in my books.
And there's another one. Oh, contact call, yeah, it is. So, she started to work out Irvin. And gets the goal. 8-5 now, so the margin back to 3. It was 8-3. This defensive pressure, all of a sudden they're having trouble getting off the centre pass.
And we can see Beryl Friday's just come on for Cubby. So, yeah, interesting. We saw that Cubby got the start this week, but perhaps just needed a bit more maturity and direction from Friday.
Well, she brings that. She's a very experienced player.
Oh, great there from Sandholt.
And Sandholt gets one there. It was not a textbook goal, but she gets it in the end. Throws the very long plat around, and that's almost like a lethal weapon, isn't it? Toss that head around, you'll be whipping your opponent. And there's another turnover, this time to the Bull Sharks. Can they score off this one? Oxenford with it, fires it down to Schuster. With Schuster and Oxenford, that gives them a little bit of experience. This is a young side, don't forget. And Tiani Phillips from range. Tiani Phillips? Let's try Tiani Fennell. Don't know why I said that. And 10-5.
Interesting. Oh, yep, Steph O'Brien there. Did notice she was missing from the warm-up, so unsure why.
Maybe she was still on Mad Monday from winning the AFLQW Grand Final last week.
Yeah, she, of course, played with UQ. They won. Quite a few of the Lions girls are in that team, so a really strong side. So great work from her to see that she's successful in both codes.
So a missed shot here, but they get the rebound, and the Bull Sharks get another one. They're 11-5 up. They lead it by 6. O'Brien forced into centre, hams it WA. There's a long pass, she pulls it in well. If anyone can find Charlie Bell, it's her.
Ooh.
Starts with a bit of a loose one. Bell does brilliantly. And second time round, much closer. Oh, misses the shot, gets her own rebound.
Good rebound, though.
And gets the rebound back in. So 11-6, 3:40 to go. So the Bull Sharks had some jobs to do. They wanted to win the first quarter. They're taking it quarter by quarter, we know that. We spoke to the coach. And they're on the verge of winning the first one. So Sandholt, she's had a fair few shots. Let's have a look-see. She's 8 from 11, 71%. And Tiani Fennell is 4 from 5 at 80. So they're doing a good job here. 12-6. Jets with it. O'Brien working very hard. There's a hand on there. Charlie Bell keeps it in. I think it came off Bull Sharks last. Probably didn't need to do that.
Yeah, look, I'm seeing a bit of a feeding problem here for the Jets. Almost every ball Charlie Bell is kind of outstretched. And we know that with a player like Bell, you don't need to put it where she's not. Like, she's strong enough and built enough that she can get to the heights if it's just positioned right for her.
Do we put that down to Irvin, the defensive pressure from her?
Yeah, potentially. But look, with a team like the Jets, we know they've played finals and they've got some mature players. So it is Irvin, but I think they just need to step up. Sandholt
thought she kept it in, shoelace on the line, so that was a miss there from the Bull Sharks. So to win the quarter, they need 7 goals, the Jets in 2:20. That's a tough task, even for this great side. And a contested ball here. Friday wins it. Looks like Shanae Grant's come on. Gilbert's gone to the bench.
Good from Friday. She needs to take this one.
She shoots and misses. Grant picks it up. And away they go. We're inside the last 2, and it's all Bull Sharks at the moment in this first quarter. The timeout hasn't worked for the Jets as they'd hoped. Grant just lets that one go through her hands, gets a few more seconds off the clock. Smart play by her. They need the win, and they need each skin, if they can get it, to be a chance to stay in the hunt for 4th.
So this setup between Fennell and Sandholt is pretty consistent across the game. They've got Schuster at the front. Fennell holds the front space. It looks like it's going to Fennell, and they go over to Sandholt, doing it almost every time. But it's successful.
Absolutely, and that's Tiani Fennell's role. Like, if she didn't take another shot in the game and they just kept doing that, I don't think the coach would be unhappy. And, contact here. There was 2 of them. They threw to a double team. That would have hurt O'Brien and Condren. So they turn one over here. They lead it by 7, though, the Bull Sharks. We're inside the last minute. Is it just me, or is the Jets panicking at the moment?
Yeah, I'm not seeing the usual composure from them. And it does sound like our expectations are high, but it's only because the Jets produce such a high level of netball every week. So, yeah, it does look a little bit of panic. I guess not the start they were expecting, or not the side they were expecting to come up against, I should say.
14-6, they lead it by 8. They scored one there on a turnover again from Irvin. She is having some match on Charlie Bell. And Beryl Friday, she's looking to find Bell. She does this time, but again, Irvin with a hand in, forces the ball out. We'll have a throw in. And we're calling time with 29 seconds left. We've gone into the sponsors' corporate box. Probably grab a few prawns and a coldie while you're there. Beryl comes back out, gets us going again.
So 29 seconds is plenty of time. There's no need to rush this either.
Bell's there. They find her this time. Shoots from a bit of range. Misses. And the ball goes to that girl, Irvin. What a first quarter she's had. Ava Black fires it down. And contest here. It's Oxenford on O'Brien. Inside the 10-second mark. It goes to Fennell. Condren says you're not going to have that. And there's a contact call. No, it's out. They need to go quickly. And obstruction on the throw-in. We'll give them a shot after the whistle.
Well, makes it that one little bit easier to get them to 15.
And she drains it. Holy moly, Miss Molly. What have we just witnessed? The Bond University Bull Sharks have played their quarter of the season and they've won it 15-6 against last year's Premier's third-place USQ Jets. Tell me what I just saw there, Hannah Davies.
Yeah, it's a huge quarter. 15-6 sets them up really nicely for the rest of the game. Obviously, they're playing quarter by quarter, but still that little buffer there of 6 goals sorry, not 6 goals.
9.
My maths is shocking. Of 9 goals can make them a little bit more settled in the game to come.
So we'll see how the second quarter pans out when we come back from these very brief messages.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back to Nissan Arena for the HART Sapphire Series 2021. It's round 13. We're just 2 weeks away from semi-finals. And this game, it is third place taking on sixth place. Sixth trying to get into fourth. We've got 3 teams still battling for that fourth spot. And right now, it is all Bond University Bull Sharks. They lead at 15-6 over the USQ Jets. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, what a first quarter. You've got some stats there. Talk to me. What happened?
Yeah, I do. Look, there's huge things happening across the court. The biggest discrepancy that you can notice straight away is the shooting. I won't go into specifics from the Jets, but it's certainly not their strongest performance by a long shot, whereas the Bull Sharks, 73% from Sandhol and Fennell, 78%. So that's huge from them. And high volume, too. We've got 8 out of 11 for Sandhol and 7 out of 9 for Fennell. In terms of turnover conversion, though, Bull Sharks on 83%, whereas Jets on 38%. So the combination of low shooting stats and a low turnover conversion is just not a good recipe for them right now.
You can't see this lasting. You can't see the Jets playing 4 quarters of this sort of netball. So we'll see how they come out. It's 15-6 quarter time, and we'll see how they respond in this second quarter. The first centre pass will go to the Bull Sharks. Of course, the Bull Sharks playing for their season, really. And the Jets, no matter what happens, they're going to finish third on the ladder. So, and they start well again. Tiani Fennell drained one after the buzzer from range, and she's done it again there. Let's see if there's any changes. We've got, we'll go from the back. We've got Condren at keeper. Sherlaw and Pollock make the GD-WD spots for the Jets. Centre is O'Brien. Wing attack Hams. The shooter is Charlie Bell, and the goal attack is still Beryl Friday. No changes for the Bull Sharks. I'm not quite sure why you would change it when they're dominating the way they are. There's a Mizuno momentum shift, and it belongs to the Jets. They've broken the run of the Bull Sharks. O'Brien couldn't get a hands on that one. Ball back with Oxenford. She gets us going again. The 108-game veteran of this league. Down it goes. Oxenford can't find. She finds Fennell. She's from a fairway out, outside super shot range. She doesn't mind taking a long one, and why wouldn't you? She is on fire today. What are her stats? Give me her stats if you...
Fennell is 9 from 11, so 82%. That's huge from a goal attack as well, to be equal with your goal shooter.
It's the difference at the moment, and that difference there, Charlie Bell and Irvin. That time, Bell made a conscious decision to hold a lot higher and got the backspace to herself. They're going to have to play some catch-up netball here. Of course, Jets lost their last 2. And last weekend, the Jets took on the Cougars 66-55. They lost that one. Bull Sharks played the Thunder, and they lost 56-42. The Jets... lifetime have played the Bull Sharks 6 times, and they lead it 5-1. So it's not a team that causes many problems for the Jets.
No, and on paper, as you can see, the Jets, this win should be theirs. And I called it, Jets by 10, but the Bull Sharks certainly have something to say about that.
Ava Black looks like she's back to her best. She's had a foot injury. She's been, out of the, just playing periodically here and there from the ankle complaint, and she's back, and I think that's a big difference too. She brings incredible speed to this side. And you said they're a good team on paper, but unfortunately we're playing on floorboards. Oh, come on, that was good.
Yeah. I cut a little laugh.
Oh, you're killing me.
A sigh.
I'm here all week, people. Try the veal. So it falls fortuitously to Charlie Bell. I like that word, fortuitously. And Bell gets another one back. It's 18-9 in favour of the Bull Sharks. We played 2.5 in the second. And that's not a mistake, people. The Bull Sharks are dominating at the moment. The margin was 9 at quarter time, and it's still 9 now. So they have the ball now. It'll be Schuster to take it. Got a lull in play. 2-on-1 in the circle. Beautifully set up by Fennell and Sandholt.
So that makes 10 for Fennell, bumping up her percentage even more.
So they lead it this quarter by 1, the match by 10. Hams with it now, fires it down to Friday, looks in, finds Charlie Bell. That was a nice play. That is Jets netball 101. Bell misses but gets her own rebound. So we're back to a 9-point game. Oxenford with Schuster finds, Sandholt. The K Cotty, she was all alone and scores a goal. And Sandholt, she's going pretty well too on the stats. 10 from 13 at 77. They're sharing the workload, the 2 shooters from the Bull Sharks. Charlie Bell, she wants this backspace. Look, it's a very conscious decision. She's holding high. Now she drops into it, and there's the ball. Irvin will have to adjust to that tactic.
And much better placement there as well.
They've obviously talked about that in the break. So the Bull Sharks are with it again. Fennell, that's a loose pass. She can't pull it in. And O'Brien is all over it.
Good opportunity here for the Jets. A few little errors from the Bull Sharks early on in this quarter, so there's plenty of chance for them.
Hands over there. I think it was first Schuster and then Black. And again, they throw a loose one to Fennell. She can't pull it in. They throw the last couple behind them, which is not ideal.
So this is the major stat that's not working, is that they're getting turnover opportunities, the Jets, but their conversion rate is still only 30%.
Well, there's another turnover that wasn't converted. This time, Irvin's been called for obstruction outside the circle. It's 2:01 in the circle. Should be easy pass to Bell. They go with Friday instead, and they threw it up. Beryl Friday threw it up. Charlie Bell.
Yeah, Irvin's on the move in that circle.
She was out of play. She comes back and it gets a hand on it. And then the contact call on Bell. So it's all happening for the Bull Sharks at the moment. Offensively, the Jets not clicking just yet. Fennell grabs it this time, fires it across. Black with it now. They're playing I'm not sure what sort of defense. Pollock's there at wing defense. It's a combination. They're trying to look like they're trying to put a diamond zone on, but they're still in the one-on-one. Condren goes up, forces the miss, falls to Siobhan Sherlaw. And away they go again, the Jets. Another turnover opportunity. It's back with them. They fire down. O'Brien gets it in the pocket. I thought she went offside then.
Yeah.
That was mighty close.
It definitely looked like that from here, but maybe that's because her shoes are white.
Optical illusion for us. The umpire was like literally 2 feet away. 12-20. Jets trying to eat into this lead. It's back to 8. It's the closest they've been for, I hate to say it, but quite some time.
Yeah, they're leading this quarter 6-5, so soon to be 7. It's much, much better from the Jets.
Irvin needs to adjust. She's getting held high by Charlie Bell. She's pushing her up to the top of the circle, leaving the whole backspace for her. Probably need to play a bit of a split circle for a while to take that option away from the Jets. Patience being shown here. Ava Black fires it in. Loose pass. Oh, Condren, she'll contest anything in the air. Sandholt grabs it under pressure and scores. They needed that one. And they've got a Mizuno momentum shift there. Oh, and stumble there from Hams. Finds Friday. Again, this backspace working beautifully. Oh, we've got a footwork call here on Beryl Friday, I believe. Inside the circle, Irvin chases it back. Whew. It's pretty dramatic here at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's very up and down this game. Jets still leading by 1, but...
I thought yesterday's game was hectic. O'Brien gets called for the contact. It was with Oxenford. She doesn't want him in the air. She wants him a bit flatter. So Grant gets it across to Ava Black. And they've probably got their most experienced lineup on the court at the moment.
Schuster just takes out Pollock.
Just ran through her, really. So, oh, again.
That's great from Schuster. Yeah, it's that front setup where Fennell kind of distracts her defense.
You mentioned it in the first, and she's done it again. We've got a timeout. Looks like it's timeout being taken by the Bull Sharks. Well, it has to be because the Jets used theirs in the first quarter in the 6th minute. So, Bull Sharks, they've got to be happy with this. 9 at quarter time, still 9 now.
Yeah, I think they probably dropped in precision a little bit. Still performing really well, but just some wayward passes. We'll see if we can have a listen into the the Bull Shark circle now.
You're in position, but the hands aren't there. Okay, so you've got to get up in that phase. Keep working that around the body and work to all sides, all right? Yes.
Can we
just going to come on there?
Yep. I was going to say, I really recommend Bez just to keep feet right in here now, so let's make it both off.
Yeah, tight. She's got to be box. Yeah, that was time I called it too late and she went on the outside.
Yeah, Chris just put it on when I was at the need you two so much in attack. If we go away from the game plan, the scoreline's just going to change like that. We must have you two key attackers. We've got to come back to you. We've got to go into you. When you're the short.
Lots of positivity there. The Bull Sharks are a happy place to be right now, and it wasn't anything really earth-shattering there. They want a bit of key attackers to be involved a little bit more, and they want the defenders to get their arms up. Yeah, what did you read of that?
Yeah, well, look, I think she was actually referring to Gilbert and Black a little bit when she's saying the key attackers. I think she wants a bit more options from them.
Well,
just to support the attackers a little bit if they are getting stuck.
You might be right. Gilbert's at GD and Black's at wing defence, so this might be a tactic as they spill one now. It falls the way of the Jets through Bridie Condren, and they have to go back to her. Sandholt putting some pressure on. McKeely Hawks come to wing defence. Pollock's gone to the bench. And this defence is proving difficult for the Jets to get through. Here it is now. We've had multiple passes, and they're only at the transverse line now. The backspace is still being held by Bell, and she does it well. Irvin hasn't adjusted to that just yet. Missed shot, she gets it. Gilbert pulls it in. A ball was going out. Somehow she fingertipped it back into her. An obstruction call on Charlie Bell. So, that was dramatic again.
I know. Look, a lot going on, and I think Bell perhaps just... We know that she's a fast shooter in general, but maybe in a game like this just needs to take the extra second.
Just like Elsa Sandholt did, and she's got another one, and the margin is 10. Biggest lead of the game, and it belongs to the Bull Sharks.
Yeah, so Bull Sharks are up again now. 1 to them, soon to be even. So this quarter, really up and down. It's really riding on the momentum of each team.
We talked about the game at 3 o'clock. Don't forget, it is 1v2, and it's... Do I say it? Could be a grand final preview.
Oh, absolutely. 1v2, always.
So Cougars trying to defend their undefeated record. They're coming to this one 12-0. QUT Netball 10-2, the new franchise, impressing everyone with what they've done this year. So margin is back to 10. Speaking of impressing the Bull Sharks, Bond the Bull Sharks doing a great job. Look at the defence here. It's a hell ball.
Yeah, huge from the Bond Bull Sharks. They've just got hands over everything. And it's not necessarily anything flashy, it's just the constant pressure.
That was nearly a hell ball as well. And they are struggling to get it to the shooter. Double teaming here. We need the goal attack to get in. She did eventually, Fennell.
Thought that would have been a step from Fennell there, but contact from Condren.
She shoots long again. Sandholt wanted it. Fennell says, I'll take it, and scores. Margin 11 in favour of Bond Bull Sharks. They fire it down. Schuster, she's having a pretty good game today. That's probably not the one to throw in. Is it anything in the air Condren's going to attack?
No, probably not, but Sandholt did well just to leave that. She knew Condren was going to have a ping at it.
So Fennell tries to throw it at the double team, can't. And the rotation between these two is quite special at the moment. Obstruction call here on Condren on the jump. She wants a clarification, gets it.
It is, and the fact that Fennell is taking and sinking these mid-distance shots is honestly, for me, making the difference for them. Fennell's now 13 from 16, 81%, and the distance she's shooting at is huge. You know, it makes it just that one little bit easier if you can just turn and shoot from any distance.
These two met in round one. It was Jets 42, Bull Sharks 29, and it's been 12 rounds since they've met it since last time. And Bull Sharks have certainly turned it around.
Oh, certainly. Look, they've obviously had a lot of big improvements over the season.
Indeed, we do. And the ball is back with on the turnover with the Jets. Cubbies come on at wing attack. And I haven't seen Cubby at wing attack a lot. I've done most of the Jets games. But have you seen it there?
No, I haven't. I'm a little bit surprised he's in the wing attack and not goal attack. I thought Hams was doing well, but again, they are 10 down, so unfortunately when you're 10 down, you kind of just have to change something.
Got a contact call here on Black on Cubby, and they fire it in hands by Irvin. She just sticks her hand in. Have we got time for a fun fact?
Oh, always.
Do you know who's leading the percentages in the shooting?
It would take me too long to have a think, so just tell me.
It's Ashley Irvin. She's 3 from 3. That game where she went up to shoot.
That makes me chuckle.
And she is 3 from 3, so she's leading at both ends of the court.
100%. Wow.
Yeah.
You'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Alicia Adams, though, she's 342 out of 381.
I was going to say.
Yeah. So a missed shot here, and it looks like there's been a change. Did I see Burns has come on at centre? She has. Oxenford to the bench. They missed that one there. That would have been a big goal for the Bull Sharks. So what's the quarter time score? They're up by 1, 11 to 10. That would have made it by 2 with 3 to play. They want to at least get a point at worst out of this quarter. Oh, Ava Black. She was all over that.
Yeah, she's having a crack at everything today.
She matches up well on Cubby, both like size-wise, they're about the same height, and speed-wise, like Cubby's lightning, so is Ava Black. So that could be a good matchup. Charlie Bell again, this backspace does well. And scores. They need to adjust that. It's with the Bull Sharks. We're all even for the quarter. It's 11 each. And the Bull Sharks have it. So they're in control of their destiny at the moment for this quarter. Gilbert goes long, finds Oxenford at centre. Burns didn't last terribly long at centre. She's now gone to wing attack. And Fennell gets it and scores. Sorry, that wasn't Fennell. That was Sandholt. We're back to a 10-point game. Elsa Sandholt being a bit of a standout at the moment. And Friday wasn't expecting it. Somehow she gets it to Charlie Bell brilliantly. It's just a bit messy in that circle. Still, Irvin goes up. Black picks it up.
That's
We're inside the last 2.
Great work from Black there to just back Irvin up. And that's what I'm talking about. She's just always on her toes, always ready. It's exactly what you need in a wing defence when you've got a goalkeeper that will just get a tip on anything.
So, Tiani Fennell drains another one. We've got a margin of 11. They lead the quarter by 2. It's their ball, and there's only 1:33 to play. This goal, dare I say, it could seal the quarter for the Bull Sharks. This is an important goal. Oxenford there, a little bit loose on the feet. They go to the pocket. Fennell fires it across. Oxenford. Oh, it's loose. It's down. Condren chases it. Hits the deck, but we've got a contact call on Condren. The large Bull Sharks crowd goes nuts in the corner. This for the quarter, I'm going to call it. She gets it. She drains it. They lead it by 3, Hannah Davies.
Yeah, huge. And look, you're saying quarter. I'm actually starting to think game.
Oh, they said they take it a quarter at a time. Here's an incorrect throw-in. An incorrect centre pass. So they've got 53 seconds to add to this quarter time, this half-time lead.
Yeah, an untouched ball is, just
almost
kind
unheard of at this level.
Yeah, the kind of errors you just don't want to be seeing in this game. A great hold there from Sandhol. And the placement, everything is just working, connecting right now.
It's 15-11. They've scored 30. This is a team that averages not 60 a game. I think it's 41, as I say that earlier.
Yeah, and look, it's the best part of the season to have this kind of connection made. You know, obviously you want to be consistent throughout, but if you are going to peak at one point, why not let it be round 13 when you're leading up to finals?
A very valid point. So they average 47 coming into this one. 41 coming into this one, and they're at 31 right now. Charlie Bell gets another one. So Jets are back to 18, margin 13, and that's all for the half. Big smile on Charlie Bell. That was a momentum shift for them. Boy, oh boy, what a first half from the Bull Sharks. Hannah Davies.
Yeah, absolutely enormous. I don't think any of us statistically were expecting that. You know, we're talking about averaging 42 and the Jets averaging a heck of a lot more than that. So enormous from the Bull Sharks, and you can just see the fight in them. It's a mental game as well.
Well, it's a mental game, and it's owned by the Bull Sharks. They lead it by 13. We'll be back for the second half in a very short time.
Hey Netty fans, Netball Queensland is seeking your support for our Diamond Spirit program in 2021. This program is absolutely amazing because it provides opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students in the most remote and regional communities in Queensland. Every dollar that is raised will go towards the leadership programs and also providing the opportunity for people in those most remote communities in Queensland to play the sport that we absolutely love. Your donation will make a huge impact on the lives of our Diamond Spirits girls, simply giving them the opportunity to follow their dreams. So, to donate today, jump on the website or make sure you make a donation when you register for Netty in 2021. And don't forget, if your donation is greater than $2, it will be tax deductible.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back, Nissan Arena, HART Sapphire Series 2021. It's round 13. We're 2 weeks away from the semi-final series. And boy, oh boy, have we got a good game on our hands here. Bond University Bull Sharks playing for the season. They're in 6th place. They've got to win this week and next week to make the finals. They're taking on the Jets. And lo and behold, they lead it by 13, 31-18. Hannah Davies, what a great first half by the Bull Sharks.
Oh, absolutely. You can just see that each player on court right now is just giving their all. Just a huge amount of focus and intensity from them, you know. I think in the first weeks of the season, they were a little bit more nervous. You know, we called them a younger side, less experienced, but today they're just taking that label in their stride and just really get to the Jets.
There's a bit of a highlights package going on as we speak there. The shooters, Tierney Fennell, Elsa Sandholt. You got some stats there?
Oh, look, they've both been phenomenal today. Fennell actually in goal attack has had the majority of the shots, 16 from 20 attempts, 80%. Sandholt only taking 15 from 18 at 83. So, look, excellent shooting from both of them. Really interesting, though, that Fennell is taking the majority of the shots.
And that girl there on screen now, Irvin, she is having some match. Ashley Irvin, she's on, you said it, probably arguably one of the best players in the Jets team in Charlie Bell, and she's doing a pretty good job there.
Yeah, that was the matchup that I had my eye on in particular, and it's certainly proving to be so. I think you can see the momentum shift at each team when Irvin or Bell kind of steps up. Irvin was winning that battle early on in the first quarter. Second quarter got a little bit closer when Bell kind of switched up her game, but they're both players that are just so technically intelligent, and you can see that they just adjust each time each of them makes a different position change.
Don't forget, semi-finals only 2 weeks away, and we'd like to take this opportunity to thank HART Sports. They are our principal sponsor. Legassic Jewelers, they provide the beautiful piece of jewellery that the Katie Walker medal that goes to the best player in the comp. Mizuno, great shoes, Mount Franklin and Powerade. Well, we drink a lot of that stuff here. And of course, Bondivite and Strapit, they're official partners. So we thank them. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. And of course, all the pictures being brought to you today by Double Take Sport. They're with us every week. Gina and the team do a top job. They're the best in the business. 3 o'clock today, we thought this game was pretty good. Well, we've got an even better one coming up at 3. Don't touch that dial. Don't change the channel. Stay with us. Hannah and I are calling it. It's 1v2. It's QUT. Can they stop this incredible run of the Cougars? They are 12-0. Thought last week they might be. They had a few players out that were in the bubble with the Firebirds. Did not miss a beat, and they just won and won well in the end. So that game from 3. Make sure you join us for that one. And join us now, like if you want to give us a comment, like many people have. Joe Fennell, I'm assuming that's something to do with Tiani Fennell, Holy Fennell. I don't know if that's a family thing.
It could be.
Holy Batman, and we've got some Fiona Davies. Now, that name rings a bell to me. Who's that?
That's my lovely mother.
Your mum's watching. Oh.
Hi, Mum.
That's great news. If you want to join Hannah's mum and join us, by all means do. We've had some great numbers, and we thank you for your support over the season. And I hate to say it, but the best netball's still to come. Once we hit semi-final time, it's just going to get better and better and better. Remember, these girls, they feed into many of the Suncorp Super Netball sides, so the quality of athlete that you're seeing is superb. Speaking of Suncorp Super Netball, Monday night, I don't know how it's worked. They were in Melbourne on Thursday. They go to Adelaide on Friday. They're back home today, and they're playing on Monday night here. The Battle of the Bruces, they're calling it.
Yeah.
Lightning versus Firebirds, yeah?
It's an insane season for those ladies. Such an enormous amount of sacrifice goes into it, but I will be there Monday night. Unfortunately not calling it, but we'll leave that to Laura, guys.
Oh, guys, she might be sick, you know.
Well, Laura, I'm here if you need.
Yeah, I'm available too, just quite. I only live down the road. Literally, I'm 8 minutes from here. You can call me 8 minutes before the game, and I'm here by start time. And, 31-18 at the moment, Bull Sharks. We seem to have an extended delay here at the halftime break. It's a little bit longer than 5, I think, but we're underway now. So the Bull Sharks, boy oh boy, they really do have their destiny in their own hands right now. So Tigers I don't know what they're thinking. I guess the Tigers don't really care because they've got to win next week as well. They've turned it over here. Tigers, of course, are in 5th at the moment on the ladder, and they're just 5 points ahead of Bull Sharks. Well, actually, they're only 1 now because they picked up 4 so far for the Bull Sharks, so it's 94-95, and the 4th place is on 110. So, loose pass here again. They've gone to that backspace, Charlie Bell, but Irvin this time a little bit too high. So let's talk changes. Looks like Cubby's come on at goal attack. We've got O'Brien at wing attack, Hams at centre, McKeely Hock at wing defence, Siobhan Sherlaw for GD, and Bridie Condren at keeper. That is the Jets lineup. And for the Bull Sharks, they have not changed. They've started the way they finished the second quarter. So that is Sandholt and Fennell, Schuster at wing attack, Oxenford in the centre, Black at WD, Gilbert at GD, and of course the player of the game at the moment in Ashley Urban. She is in at goalkeeper. Getting caught behind a little bit at the moment. Bell misses the shot, turns it over. What's Charlie Bell's stats like coming into this half?
So 16 from 22, 73%. So not bad shooting statistics at all. But with Cubby only having 2 from 3 and Friday 1 from 2, that does put a lot of pressure on Bell to be that main shooter.
So Bell taking volume of the shots, needs some help from the GAs, and a loose pass here forces another turnover to the Jets. Get this into single digits, you just wonder if the mentality and the Bull Sharks will start thinking about, we could have won, and does nervousness kick in? They've come out of this one a little flat, I reckon.
Yeah, look, first 2 go to the Jets. Not as big of a start from the Bond Bull Sharks, but I guess given they scored 15 against 6 and then 16 against 12, it's probably a bit of fuel
a drop ball there. It looks like the energy's gone of them. Like they've come out of this very flat. I'm not the coach, but if I was, I'd be calling timeout right now and probably putting a fair rocket into a few of them because they have come out dead flat. And this, I swear, if the Jets get a sniff, they'll run away with this. 13 for them. They're probably thinking 6 turnovers. That's 13, you know what I mean? And they've already created 2 in the first 2 minutes as Charlie Bell scores again. So this is a chance for 4 straight off after the break to the Jets. Hock with it now. They swing it across. O'Brien looking for Bell. She finds her. Irvin rips it out of the hands. Will be called for the contact. And just like that, we could be down to single digits. And we are. Nervous times here for the Bull Sharks. Yes, we've had a timeout. Well done, Linda Peterson. Maybe she's got the earbuds in, listening to me on the commentary, but this had to be done, doesn't it? 4 straight after the break. They've come out dead flat.
Yeah, such a better start from the Jets here. I think what they need is for that goal attack to step up in a position. We just saw Cubby take a nice shot from mid-distance. You can see that the Bull Sharks, what was working for them was that shared positioning between goal shooter and goal attack. Let's have a look at the Bull Shark circle.
Let's listen in.
Like all the way when it gets swapped, so they can just
and keep working around. She can run the base.
Stand stepped up again. Have you got another gear? Let's go.
Pretty much what we thought there, Hannah Davies. That was pretty. They're talking about movement, and the coach obviously isn't happy. She wants them to keep moving, keep the rotations going in the circle, and work a bit harder on the defense. Yeah, that's what I got out of that.
Yeah, look, I think an overall just step up across the court, a bit more energy. Interesting they drop an energy after the half-time break. I guess they have been playing pretty consistently throughout this game at a high level, so probably normal to see a little bit of momentum drop, but not 4 straight to the Jets.
So 3 minutes into the second half, they've burnt their only time out of the half, so Bull Sharks will be doing a line from here. This is better from them. A little bit more energy all of a sudden. Contact call here on the outside on Hams, and Oxenford will just settle. Sandholt needs to hold a space. She finds it now. So they'll be looking for the back pass here, I believe. It's on. They go front instead. And boy, do they need this goal. This will be a Mizuno momentum shift, and they get it. So we're back to a double-digit lead. It's 10. 32-22 at the moment. And we've got not wholly in the circle is the call from the umpire. I didn't see it, did you?
No, I didn't, but either way, it's great for the Bull Sharks.
It is indeed. The Bull Sharks, they score again. We've got a bit of the sponsor's product just delivered to us. Thanks, Mount Franklin. Another turnover here. And Jets coming home a little bit stronger in the second half at the moment. We're only 4 minutes in. They lead at 4-1. And they look like they've just shortened up their play. They're hitting the circle a little bit more and finding Charlie Bell that much easier. And it's 9. Oxenford with it now. Gets us going. They can't get off the centre pass at the moment.
Yeah, has to go back to Black.
Black cops one from O'Brien, so we've got a contact call. About halfway, Ava Black with it. She's got Gilbert to her extreme left. Goes to Schuster instead. It's just one out at the moment, and the pocket ball, that won't go.
Yeah, that one just released way too quickly from Oxenford. I don't think Schuster was really ready at all for that.
She wasn't at all. They call time. It's gone down the tunnel and halfway to Perth. They're still waiting for Schuster to come back. Seriously, oh, there she is. It's Condren. I thought we'd lost a couple of players then.
So Sherlaw goes to Pollock. A much steadier feeling from the Jets right now.
Obstruction call here on someone. It looks like it's on the
Elsie Sandholt there.
That's correct. So again, they're trying hard here, the Bull Sharks, just not everything going their way like it did in the first half. Corner ball here to Hams. She swings it across, finds Cubby.
Yeah, it looked like a stray ball, but Gilbert didn't spot it.
So the ball is with the Bull Sharks on the throw-in turnover. That's a nice shot there. You get a good observation of those two young ladies' heights. We'd say Charlie Bell's one of the tallest in the league, but geez, Irvin's not far behind.
No, certainly not, and they've been a great matchup for this game today.
And a long, long ball. Oxenford at the top of the circle. There's just not a lot of options at the moment for the Bull Sharks. They are just hanging on here, even though they lead it by 9.
So Fennell, we know she can shoot from here, and there she goes.
I was going to say she'd probably pass off on this one, but no, she proved me wrong and drains it. We're back to a 10-goal lead. Season on the line for the Bull Sharks, and they are responding. If you're a fan of the Bull Sharks, you've got to be loving what you see. Gilbert knocks that one out, and we're back with the Jets on the throw-in. And a long, long pass. Oh, Black, she thought she had it, thought it was going to go out. O'Brien chased it down. It ends up with Irvin regardless. And, oh, look at this defence by the Jets at the moment. They are all over this. We talked about this in the first quarter. This is how they get back into games. They use their defence. It's just not happening for the Bull Sharks at the moment. Playing a bit of a zone. Oh, don't throw a long ball into Bridie Condren. You live dangerously if you do that. And that wasn't the feed there, Hannah.
No, it wasn't, and the turnover conversion has improved dramatically for the Jets. They're now at 50%. They were at 30%. So shooters have stepped up. Defence, we know that they're strong for the Jets, so this is what they need.
So we're back with a contact call here on Irvin. Gives a penalty shot to Bell. She shoots. She missed completely. Or was it a pass? I'm not sure. Either way, it ended up with Lily Covey, and she scores 33-24. I'll let the statisticians work out if that was a miss or not.
So Charlie Bell's actually coming off now for Beryl Friday.
So
interesting to see that move. We haven't seen Cubby and Friday play together often, but again, when you're down, that's when you kind of have to make those riskier moves to see if they can pay off.
Maybe it's because, like, Irvin has, like, stuck to her like glue. So perhaps, you know, just needs a break. You know, probably get some knees out of her ribs or elbows out of her ribs or something like that. It's been a tough game. And they get another goal here, the Bull Sharks. Get it back to 10, 34-24. And O'Brien with it, looks down. Oh, Irvin went hunting. I had a brilliant line last night. Binion went hunting. Oh, stop it.
Oh, no.
It was classic TV commentary. So
yeah, look, the only thing that concerns me about this duo of Cubby and Friday is just that Bell took 25 attempts, whereas Cubby only now 3 attempts and Friday now 6.
Well,
so
I missed both.
Yeah, that's the only concern for me is that Bell, she's your go-to girl.
So they really have taken their target off. It's something that hasn't happened a lot this season, and they miss him again. And we've got an obstruction call, lots of obstruction calls in there. If they're starting to miss, they probably shouldn't obstruct. That's netball 101. And if you give Beryl Friday and Lily Cubby lots of opportunities, they'll make you hurt eventually. And they did there. So we're back to a 9-point game. Sandholt now out of the circle. Not quite sure what she's doing out there.
Bit of a miscommunication, but Oxenford pulled it in, and Fennell
from range scores again.
That's a girl that's on today. So that's the difference between the Bull Sharks right now and the Jets, is that they're able to score a lot quicker.
More quicker. So it's back with, oh, what a pass. Hams threaded it through the needle, and somehow Friday pulled it in right near the baseline. There's been a change in defensive end. Shanae Grant's come on. I thought Gilbert was doing a good job.
Yeah, she perhaps looked a little bit flat. Probably just needed a breather and just to sit back and observe for a bit.
So 18 was the score of the Jets at half-time. They've got it up to, they've only scored 7 this quarter. It's currently 7-4 in favour of them. That's short. That's at the front of the ring. Beryl Friday somehow gets the rebound and scores a goal there. They lead it by 4 now, and we're back to a 9-point game.
So the Jets actually leading this quarter now, 8-4. So even though the shooting percentage is lower for them, it seems that they just keep on scrapping, grinding it out.
And that's what they're doing at the moment. They're letting the defence get them many opportunities. And Oxenford gets one. Oh, sorry, that was Fennell gets one back. I hate to say it, the Bull Sharks have got to score here. This is important. The Jets are coming and coming hard. It seems like they're letting Fennell get it, and then they're flopping off Fennell. Oh, and that was a pass to no one. Burns is on at wing attack. Put it the wrong side of the post. See, they're forcing balls in now that they weren't doing in the first half.
Yeah, there was just no option for that pass. Very unusual for the Bond Shark we've seen the rest of this game.
Oh, Oxenford.
Great from her.
Eyes for the ball. Now they've got to score again. I say that the last time they were down here. Grant with it at the moment. You can throw a handkerchief over them at the moment. They're that close to each other.
There's been such a huge shift in momentum. The Bull Sharks now turnover conversion is only 65 and the Jets at 48. So not huge from either team, but the momentum and power is with the Jets right now.
I tell you what, maybe Tiani Fennell needs a blow because she's not driving in the way she was. Now she's starting to miss shots as well. She probably needs a blow. They got Mackenzie Jordan sitting on the bench. They get it back here through a contact call, but she's done a ton of work. Maybe, let her have a breather in coming into the three-quarter time break, bring her out for the last.
Yeah, it's the only combination change they haven't shifted around is that shooting circle. And, I mean, they've both been taking an enormous volume of shots, Fennell at 25 and in goal attack, so it's no wonder that she's perhaps feeling a little fatigued.
So Friday finds a range. We're back to a 9-point game. We've been hanging around this 9-10 mark for most of this quarter. The Jets came out, got the first 4, and then since then it's just been goal for goal. Not necessarily in that order. And here's a loose pass. Oh, great effort there by Sandholt. She was under enormous pressure to pull that one in. Sherlaw was with her.
Yeah, she's got great elevation, Sandholt.
That was huge, wasn't it? Big play there. Big time play. And scaringly for the Bull Sharks, the Jets are starting to get the combination in that circle going quite nicely. So we're back to 9, 3:06 to play.
I love watching Lily Covey's hand movements. I've got no idea what they mean.
She's signalling to me, just to let me know how she's going.
It's the hand wave. I'm just not.
I'm not sure. I've got no idea, but you're right. It's working. Whatever it is, it's working. They call time. That ball's gone down the tunnel again. It's a long tunnel too. Goes all the way to the back of the building. Oh, here comes Oxenford. They've made the call. I called it, but Jordan's gone to GS. Fennell's still there at GA. Whether they'll do the rotation now or not, I'm not sure. Sandholt is the one who's come off. So Mackenzie Jordan.
Oh, good work from Jordan.
She's brought a bit of movement into the circle.
She has that fresh energy just to be able to stay on the go.
From super shot. No, she passes off smartly. Is that a word, smartly?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
We'll go with it.
So there's a goal that they needed, the Bull Sharks. It's back to 10. 2:16 to go in this third quarter. They probably won't win the quarter. What's the difference? 3. They'd have to stop this goal, score their own, and stop again. So a little bit of a tail. Irvin nearly created it. But the goal there to Beryl Friday. Back to 9. And Burns with it now. Fires it down. Jordan with it. She has to go back to Gilbert, who's come on this time at wing defence. Ava Black to the bench.
So if the Jets want to stay in competition for this game here, I think ideally they need to get within 8.
By three-quarter time, you mean?
Yeah, I think 9 and 1/4, or even 10 is just a little bit too far.
Well, 1:31 to play. Let's see what they can do. Going for an overload. Didn't quite go well to Houston, who fires long. O'Brien pulls it in. Probably the only player in the league who would have got that. And again, Gilbert, just a little bit too much space on O'Brien. Needs to get tighter. Cubby shoots, scores. She's found her range. Looks like the Jets are firing again now. Seriously, nothing? Jets are firing? You are killing me. So, back with the Bull Sharks. I think he's up through the week.
I'll leave all the jokes for you, Millsy.
Appreciate that. And, Jordan McKenzie threw a lob to a player that's nowhere near as tall as Abigail Houston, but it falls back to Oxenford. She will not die wondering today, Kirsten Oxenford.
Probably pushed the 3 seconds there, but Pollock with the obstruction, so Oxenford gets to set up. We've got that front and back split.
What a nice pass. That was brilliant by Oxenford.
Oxenford's confident too.
Jordan gets it back to 10. You wanted it by 8 for the Jets to have a chance. If it stays at 10, you're saying no chance?
Yeah, look, I think 10 is probably too great to expect that the Bull Sharks would drop by 10.
So the Bull Sharks score 41 a game. They're at 40 now. So this is about their season average. So if they score nothing in the last quarter, they're on average, but I don't think that'll happen. So the margin is 9. The Jets pick up the third quarter. They win it 13-9. They win that one by 4, but it's still Bull Sharks by a lazy 9 goals. Great third quarter, great last quarter coming up. So don't touch that dial. Stay right where you are, and we'll be back with the action straight after these messages. Welcome back. Nissan Arena is the venue. HART Sapphire Series 2021 is the competition, and we are at round 13. And boy, oh boy, have we got a game on our hands here. Bond University Bull Sharks 40 over the USQ Jets 31. To put that in perspective, the Bond University Bull Sharks are fighting for 4th, and they are just 16 competition points away. If they pick up the 10 points that are on offer by winning this last quarter or maintaining this lead, they will only be a few points behind 4th place. Did you see this one coming, Hannah Davies?
No, look, at the start of the game, I called Jets by 10. Statistically, you know, I love a statistic.
You do love a statistic?
That's what I was going off.
Do you love a spreadsheet too?
Oh,
who
more
doesn't
than
love a spreadsheet?
An
Exactly.
Excel spreadsheet
Exactly.
specifically. No, but the Bull Sharks are just pulling out the performance of their season. You know, we call them a developing side, but I think they've done their developing now, and now they're just performing.
Indeed they are. So don't forget, this game is one of 2 that we're doing today. Next up at 3 p.m, we're on air at 5-3. 1v2, the undefeated Cougars. Will they lose this streak? It's 12-0 at the moment. If you throw in the final series last year, they're on 14-0. Going back to the 2 finals games last year, they've taken on the new Young Guns, QUT Netball, and they have been giving away free tickets like there's no tomorrow, so we're expecting a pretty big crowd. Get your backside courtside for that one, and if you still want to come, sapphireseries.com.au for tickets. And of course, Monday night Netball's back. And it's the Firebirds at home taking on the Sunny Coast Lighting Battle of the Bruce, they call it. Firebirds.com.au for the tickets. Get to meet Hannah. She'll sign autographs.
I'm sure I'll be flogged for that tomorrow. Many people want my autograph.
Who wants Gretel Beretta when you can get Hannah Davies? That's what I say. So the Bull Sharks, they get us underway. You said if they didn't have it down to 8 that the Jets wouldn't come back. Are you still sticking at Hannah Davies?
Yeah, I'm sticking by that. I know I called the Jets, so I've just been called a fence jumper here. But based on this score, no, I think it's Bull Sharks today.
This is a huge shot. Mackenzie Jordan, she gets it a little bit easier, steps in again. Both players out now. This should be no mistake for her, and it isn't. So the first one belongs to the Bull Sharks. Don't forget, they led by 13 at half-time. 4 straight to the Jets, got it back to 9, and we have just been going from 9 to 10 to 11 to 8, and for the rest of the game thus far. So Lily Cubby, Beryl Friday in the shooting end for the Jets, and they are starting to connect. So don't want to give too many opportunities to the Jets because they will take it at the moment. So Riley Burns there at wing attack. She fires it down. Fennel on GA to Jordan McKenzie. Well, I thought she would come on, but I thought she'd go to GA. But obviously this is why I don't coach anymore. Linda Peterson called it beautifully and has made a big difference. She's really freshened up that front end.
Yeah, I think taking Siani Fennel off will cause a bit of disruption. She's been the primary shooter today, 21 from 26, and just a great effort across the court. There's Irvin. So they've kept on Cubby and Friday, leaving Charlie Bell on the bench.
So Irvin read that one like the proverbial phone book and did brilliantly. And don't forget the effort of Gilbert there on the side. She was able to put pressure on that pass. Made it a little bit easier for Irvin. So Fennel steps in. She shoots from range. She can't get it. Condren can't get the rebound. Jordan does.
Great work from Jordan there. She's certainly not the tallest in the circle either.
Say, is she the shortest maybe? It would be a toss of a coin between her and Fennel.
It does look like that, but the positioning there, was it luck? Was it skill? We'll say it's skill.
Indeed. She gets the ball here, steps in on Condren. And what a difference she's made. She hasn't missed a shot yet, has she?
No, she hasn't. 4 from 4. An excellent start to the match for her. Smile on the face.
Smile on the dial at Jordan, and she is playing with a lot of energy, and that's exactly what the Bull Sharks needed. They've now extended this 9-goal lead to 12. They lead the quarter by 3. If it stayed like this, they'd pick up 16 competition points. That would make them jump up to 106, just 4 behind 4th place. Boy, oh boy, have we got a competition on our hands here. And
righty Condren.
That's really her forte.
Yeah, it is. Just comes in sweeping from behind.
So you've got to be very careful when you throw a ball in the air in that defensive end. Condren, one of the best in the league at that. Oh, speaking best in the league, Irvin. I don't know how she got that ball. Do you want to describe that? I can't.
Oh, Irvin just does what Irvin does. You can see the replay there. She's just on her toes the whole time.
So Pollock ended up with it there. She threw it. Cubby got a shoelace on the sideline, so she's out of court. They need a settler here, the Bull Sharks. They go long to Fennell. They're right on the sideline, left-hand side as we look at the screen. Mackenzie Jordan, brilliant front hold here on Condren. I think, is that a short pass?
I believe so.
Well, that's something you don't see a lot of at this level. Not saying it wasn't a short pass, but you don't see that call a lot.
No, you certainly don't.
So, here, Oxenford, but there's an obstruction call inside the circle.
That's frustrating.
On the captain, Grant. Notice how emphasised, on the captain. So she's with the ball now. It's 11 the difference. Beryl Friday looking to pass off, finds Hams. Hams throws to Friday, and Grant makes up for it. Gets a hand on that one. We've got 11 to play, and the margin is 11. And you know I have a rule of 11.
What is the rule of 11?
You don't know the rule of 11? I thought I would have explained
this to you. Once you hit 11, you've won? Once
you're 11 up with 11 to go, it's usually a done deal.
Ah, I see. No, I'm in complete agreement. I think this is the Bull Sharks. They're leading this quarter 4-2.
Throwing the ball away like that won't help. Burns had no chance. That had a cannon on it from Oxenford. So they'd have to basically score, say, 15-5 from now to win. They go to 15 to 4, and that is just a complete misread.
They're just looking a bit frustrated even. The connection's just not quite working. Look, I also think this is a combination they don't usually feed to. You don't often have Friday and Shooter without Bell there. And when you're used to feeding your tall, timbering shooter, it is quite different feeding to that.
You're right. We've got 2 movers in there. You're 100% correct. But I mean, that's got to be the change-up, hasn't it? Like, what happens if Charlie Bell gets injured in the final? You know, I mean, that's the change-up you got to look at. And it's just not quite working at the moment. I think having Ava Black in the middle's helped the Bull Sharks immensely today. She just gives them that incredible speed. And of course, Irvin's playing the game of her life at the moment. And O'Brien, she appeared to get here very late in the game, so I don't know if she's carrying an injury or something, or was on the physio's bench before the game. We're not sure. But it seems that just a little bit of a disrupted preparation for the Jets.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, and it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall in the Jets team chat after the game.
Well, social media tells me they went to laser tag through the week. Maybe they shot each other up and took a bit out of it or something with the laser tag. So a short pass here goes to Hams. They find Cubby. Irvin pickpockets her. Call the police because that was a dead set theft.
Yeah,
Cubby had 3 hands on that, didn't she?
That was a massive contact to me, and I think Irvin knew that too. She even kind of...
She stopped.
Yeah. She looked over and she knows that she contacted that. But
definitely got away with one there, but the way the umpire was positioned, like, you wouldn't have seen it, so you really blame her. But we could have a conversation one day about putting the umpires on the court. There's a discussion. There's a discussion topic. I usually talk about men's netball. Let's talk about that instead. So back with Oxenford, the Bull Sharks. If you're a fan of them, you must be immensely proud. And that young lady there, Fennell, has had a big match. And boom shakalaka, she hasn't had any time off. I don't think she's gone to the bench at all, has she?
No, she hasn't. It looks like going to play the full 60 minutes, which is huge from her. Like, an enormous effort to play the whole game, especially with that volume of shooting as well. You don't often see it. If you've got the goal attack on the whole time, usually they're playing more of a feeding role.
That to me is where the difference is. Ava Black there just glided through the mid-third using that speed that she has, and that made their transition a little bit better. was talking to Coach Peterson before the game, and she was saying, we're just worrying about consistency, quarter at a time. She thought they've been a little bit up and down this year, and they've certainly been consistent today. They did have a bit of a yip in the third quarter, but this quarter here, they come out and they're leading it by 7-2 at the moment. So they need to win it, though. There's only 7.5 to go in this game. Hams with it now, looks in, finds Friday. Oh, Irvin in the air.
Yeah, if the Bull Sharks can take this game today, I wouldn't be calling them a developing side anymore, that's for sure.
Well,
they're here to play.
If they win this one, they've knocked off the last year's runners-up, and they're still in the hunt for the semi-final berth with 1 week to go, which is what you want.
Do we know if the Bull Sharks have made a semi yet?
We do.
Have they?
I'm pretty sure they made the very first one. I think they finished 4th.
But I'm imagining it would have been a pretty different-looking team.
Yeah, they're a factory down there. They just keep producing these young players. They just go, year after year, there's these young ones. Obviously, Oxenford was definitely there, I can tell you that. I want to say Shanae Grant was there. I wasn't commentating back in those days, so I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, hello, we've got a clash of bodies here. Burns has hit the deck. They've seemed to, because they won the 18 state titles and the 16 state titles, so they've got that many young players coming through.
So it makes sense that this is the time they're starting to shine. Yeah,
if they can keep this group of players together, and we've talked about it, just are tall, they just need one tall as a shooter, they're going to be unstoppable in, I'd say, 3 years, you know what I mean? Or maybe even sooner, maybe 2 years. Just get some more games into these girls' legs, and yeah, they're going to be a great side.
Well, the challenge right now is to knock the Cougars off. Perhaps this could be the future side to do that?
It's like trying to find a cure for COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
Good luck with that.
Someone's got to do it, though, surely.
True. Maybe it'll be today, 3 o'clock. Stick around. Don't turn your Facebook off. And we've got a timeout here by the Jets. This is almost a concession speech, I think, coming up. 49-35. They're down by 14. There is only 6:12 to go. Are you going to call it now, Hannah Davies?
Yeah, look, this game is the Bond Bull Sharks. Let's see if the Jets agree right now.
Put the milk back in the fridge. Let's listen to the Jets.
Okay, putting in that defensive role, coming down, okay? We need to make sure we've got big hands up and shutting it down. It's a 9-5 quarter right at the moment, okay? We were there and we let it break off. Just keep your vision open when you're getting into that last goal third, okay? You're going in and you're staying as is, okay? All right? Just keep topping it up. All right? Just keep chipping away. This is where we're going to show ourselves as playing group that can take on and keep moving, no matter what the situation is.
Everything else, they've got 6 minutes. Let's go.
So it's pretty obvious Tracy G knows that the game is not theirs, but she said it's a 9-5 quarter. It's actually 9-4. But regardless, she's after the quarter win is what she's after.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing she said there, let's show what sort of side we are. That is a very valid point, you know what I mean? This is like, if they can eat into this, even if they only eat into by 1 goal and they stop the rot now, then you'd say, yeah, they're a team that can go deep in the semis. But if this blows out to 20 or something like that, then all of a sudden you're starting to question, there'll be 3 straight losses for them. What's going on? All these questions. And the big worry is that you start thinking about it as a player, what's going on with our season, etc., etc. When really there's nothing. You've just been beaten by a better team. But it gets into your head. And as a coach, that's the hardest thing sometimes to do, take the negativity out, and because you're down on yourself a little bit too, so you've got that little bit of negativity around your own sort of thinking, and there you go, another one there, Irvin. So Schuster going to centre now. Let's look at the lineups. Looks like there's been a few changes. The shooting is still the same, you're right. I think Fennell's going to run it out. Burns at WA, and Schuster at centre, and Gilbert at WD. Sorry, is that GD? No, GD for Gilbert and WD for Black. And that girl, Irvin, I've been calling her Magic all year after the great Irvin Magic Johnson. And boy, has she been magical today.
So first goal there goes to the Bull Sharks, and it's their centre again. So that's a great start off of Jets' timeout. Not what the Jets would have been looking for at all.
So we're back with the Bull Sharks.
Oh, great patience there from Burns.
Jordan, we haven't seen a lot of her in the last few weeks, but boy, oh boy.
Yeah, awesome from her. 7 from 7 now.
7 from 7. Hasn't looked like missing.
No, and she only came... Oh,
Emily Gilbert.
Wow, that's just awesome from the two of them. In fact, really, Irvin or Gilbert would have taken that right then. It just happened that Gilbert was in front, but phenomenal reading from both of them.
You see what I mean about Black there? Like, just on the transition, they found her, and she just like she takes it to a next level because of her speed. And, yeah, that was quite brilliant, the way they transitioned that play down. And, geez, they are running away with it here. It's out to 15. And, McKeely Hock not watching the ball. They could have picked that up.
Pushing the 3 there, Burns. Has to move around. Reset. Fennell's alone. And she's been on point from this distance. There she goes. Fennell, huge numbers there. 27 from 33, 82%.
You know, you got to pick an imaginary player of the game, don't you? So good luck with that.
Oh, I know. It's too many.
So, let's just look ahead to next week. So next week, Jets take on the Tigers. That's next Saturday night at 7. Tigers, they're on a roll too. They had 3 straight. Jets are going to be going into that one, most likely 3 losses in a row. Coming to the semi-finals, all of a sudden that match takes on ridiculous connotations. Tigers will still be going for 4th, so they'll be running like there's no tomorrow. Jets have got to get a win before the finals, so that shapes up in being a really good match. And they need to get their season back on track. And who are the... Oh, no. The Bull Sharks have got to take on the Cougars. We said who's going to beat them. Well, it could be the Bull Sharks next week. So they're going to get themselves like a sniff of the 4. Could be enough. So let's see what happens. That's going to be a great match too. That's at 5 next week. The high-flying Cougars, will they still be undefeated? We'll find out after 3 o'clock today. Actually, about 20 past 4, we'll know for sure. You're calling that one with me? You excited for that one?
Certainly will be. Oh, yeah, look, I've been looking forward to that one since QT lost out in round 1, really. I think that's the last time we saw them play.
Been waiting 13 weeks for it.
Well, we have, really.
Indeed. My goodness, Mackenzie Jordan. There she is on screen.
8 from 8 now. She is just unstoppable. Huge credit to Fennell backing her up. She's entered a confident shooting circle, some excellent feeders, so it makes sense that she's slotted on court seamlessly.
I think I called it. I said probably Sandholt and Jordan. I thought Jordan would go to GA, would finish out the match, but
there she goes.
Boy, oh boy, I got that wrong. 9 from 9 now. She's only been on for, about 5 minutes to go in the third, maybe 6 minutes to go in the third, and what's that, so 13 minutes, about 19 minutes of gameplay. Here they go again. Hands in. Gilbert nearly had that one. Cubby shoots and misses. Irvin pulls it in fancily round the corner, around the post. And this margin is out to 18.
Yeah, and it's those little errors that are just letting the Bull Sharks eat away at this margin.
Oh, high ball here. Cubby will read that one and gets it.
Good from Cubby. Needs to finish it off now.
So that goal there makes it 14-5. And I can't see them winning this quarter even, so that means 16 competition points will go the way of the Bull Sharks. So just when the Tigers thought they were going to climb into the 4, Bull Sharks says, well, hang on, what about us?
It's arguably the most exciting part of this season. Obviously finals is huge, but the weeks leading up to it, you know, teams just come out of their shell. There's all of a sudden the potential to make finals, to extend their season, and you can just tell that they don't want to leave next week as their last game.
Well, it is indeed. A couple of teams like the Mendy Rays and Wildcats, they're out of contention, so next week will be their last games. But after that, it's still 6 teams going for 4 spots. We know 3, or 1, 2, and 3 are set. And it's just what happens here. The Jets have scored the last 3 here. Bull Sharks be looking to get 1 or 2 back in the last minute. Schuster now on at centre. Jordan, will she be 10 from 10? She won't be. She's 9 from 10 now.
Still 90%, not bad.
Won't complain with that. They're in no chance of losing the quarter. They lead it by 6. Beryl Friday all alone, like Kay Cotty. And she scores there. Back to 14. It was 18 just a little bit ago. This is not what you want to see for the Bull Sharks. And we've got I think it's a footwork call here on Cubby. And where they go, will the last play of the game belong to the Bull Sharks? They throw to the corner. Burns grabs it. Fennell can't drive around. I think she's just tired. But nothing wrong with the shot.
Tired, but still shoots that one, hey.
A 15-goal win. I was only off by 42. And that is all that they wrote. The Bond University Bull Sharks, they average 41 a game. They've scored 55, have defeated the USQ Jets 40. oh boy, Hannah Davies, what have we just witnessed?
Oh, that was enormous. So huge from the Bull Sharks. I'm going to start with best on. Start of the game, I would have said Irvin, but it's got to be Fennell for me. I mean,
Fennell for you?
Yeah, the consistency and to take 28 out of 34 shots as the goal attack. I mean, so much fitness is required for that. So, yeah, Fennell just blew me away that game.
When you talk about Fennell, she's not just the GA, she does a ton of work as well. And in the early part with Sandholt, she was just doing a lot of driving and opening it up for Sandholt. Like, she probably ran further than anyone else. For me, Ava Black was brilliant, so was Emily Gilbert, but yeah, you're right. It's either Fennell or Irvin for me, but yeah, you went with Fennell. What about the best for the USQ?
USQ for me, I'm going to go Hams. I think she was really consistent through the game. She did obviously have to feed to some different styles. For me, she was the most consistent in there. Didn't make too many wayward passes either, so got to be her for me. Okie dokie, and let's quick ladder update. Cougars still to play 195. QT Netball still to play 176. USQ Jets get 2 points out of that one. They get a 156. This is where it gets interesting. Fourth place, USC Thunder lost yesterday, 110. Tigers, 95. They won yesterday. The big movers into fifth place is the Bull Sharks, 106. 4 points behind the USC Thunder and 11 points in front of the Tigers. Next week shapes to be an incredible week. So that wraps up this game. Thanks to our major sponsor, of course, HART Sports. Been with us 3 years. We love them, and we hope they stay with us for many more. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, and Powerade. They're our major partners. Official partners is Bondi Vite and Strap-It. Gina and the team at Double Take Sports bring all the pictures. One to go today. It's the big one. It's 1v2. Is it a grand final replay? Who knows, but we're going to love it anyway. Stick around. We go on air at 5 minutes to 3. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Hannah. You'll be back at 5 to 3? Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
It's bye for now, and as always, people, be brilliant.